We will pay respect Buddha by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Yesterday, we learned Sambhajana Baba, Sataka Sambhajanya, understanding about the benefit. Sabbaya Sambhajanya, understanding about the suitability. Gochara Sambhajanya, understanding or wisdom about the object, about the going for alms food. Asamoha Samsenya, understanding about the non-delusion. So, if we practice these Idiyabhata Baba and Samazana Baba, so whatever we do, whatever we make action, whatever action we make, so we must be mindful, we must have a wisdom. So it will be continuous practice. So if someone practice in this way the whole time, so can get attainment in this life. If not, will get the next life. So if not, can be Paṭikūlamanasikārapabbaṁ Buddha, can be chief disciple, great disciple, not sharp disciple, like a Buddha time. They can get attainment very quickly. So can also be Buddha and Paṭikūlamanasikārapabbaṁ Buddha. If someone have practiced in this way. So after that, Iti ejadamva Kāyānupassanā viharati bahidava Kāyānupassanā viharati ejada bahidava Kāyānupassanā viharati. So need to practice internally, externally, sometimes internally, sometimes externally, both. So need to practice. So samudaya dhammanupassi, vaya dhammanupassi, samudaya vaya dhammanupassi. It is the same as before. The others below paragraphs also the same, like the previous one. So Samajana Baba, after that, as usual, in a commentary, so in a commentary puts into Four Noble Truths. So this is a kind of definition way. How to put the sati, which is discerning for samsanya, is a dukkha satya. Past craving or craving in the past, which is the cause of a sati, is samudaya satya. No arising of both dukkha satya and samudaya satya is nirodha satya. A Four Noble Path, which is knowing Dukkha Satya, which is abandoning, which can abandon Samudaya Satya, which can penetrate or realize Nirodha Satya is Magga Satya. So in this way, put into the Whole Noble Truth. Okay, next one. Paṭikūlamanasikārapabbaṁ. Baba is a session. Manasikara is paying intention. Paṭikūla as a disgusting things. As a disgusting things. So in this session, so the bhikkhu need to reflect impurities full of in many ways. So in this body, so mainly 32 body parts. 32 body parts. It is asubha practice. A life asubha. So what are 32 body parts? Hair, body hair, nail, teeth, skin, flesh, sinew, bone, bone marrow. After bone marrow, what? Kidney, heart, liver, bladder, spleen, lung, the brain, bile, intestine, mesentery, big intestine, undigested food, excrement. It is the feces. The brain, after that, bile, phlegm, pus, blood, sweat, fat, tears, grease, spit and saliva, mucus, synovial fluid, urine. So altogether, 32 body parts. So you're trying to learn those things, you need to reflect. So usually, if someone successful in Anapana, we have fourth jhana. Go into the fourth jhana, establish concentration with the fourth jhana. After that, trying to recite 5 after 5. Hair, you try recite and see. Body hair, recite and see. Nail, teeth, skin, like that. So slowly you will see better and better. Recitation also faster and faster. If first 5 is familiar with you, so then you should do second 5. First 5 and second 5. In this way, you should go. So in the beginning, you will be slow, but by practicing regularly, later you can do faster and faster. So then, within 1 minute, you can see all 32 parts. So instead of thinking man and woman, what he think is only 32 parts. What he see is only 32 parts. So you can do internal external, or both. You can do that. So if someone can do internal, external is easy to do. So any people who you have seen before, so you can see all those things. If someone has seen 32 parts, can practice in 3 ways. By seeing color of those 32 parts, you can practice color kasinas. Brown, by seeing hair, you can practice a brown or black kasina. By seeing bone, nail, teeth, you can practice white kasina. By seeing blood, flesh, etc., you can practice red kasina. By seeing fat, urine, excrement, you can practice yellow kasina. So in this way, by seeing color of those 32 parts, you can go to casinos. So with the casino, you can get a kind of jhana, a kind of absorption.
'Jika seseorang sudah melihat 32 bagian tubuh, dia bisa melanjutkan dengan 3 cara. Yang pertama adalah melihat warna dari 32 bagian tubuh. Dia lihat warna rambutnya, itu ada yang berwarna hitam, ada yang berwarna seperti warna coklat. Jadi, kemudian dia lihat hitam-hitam akan muncul kasina hitam. Jadi, melatih kasina hitam. Kemudian dia lihat organ tubuh yang lain, itu gigi atau tulang. Kemudian dia renungkan kasina putih, maka dia bisa melanjutkan kasina putih. Kemudian dia melihat organ tubuh, daging atau darah, itu berwarna merah. Dia melihat sebagai merah, kemudian akan muncul kasina merah. Dia melatih kasina merah. Kemudian dia lihat lagi 30 bagian-bagian tubuh, itu seperti lemak, kemudian urin, kemudian kotoran atau tai, ya, dia melihat sebagai kuning. Setelah itu dia renungkan kuning, maka akan muncul kasina kuning. Dia melanjutkan bermeditasi kasina kuning. Jadi dengan melihat warna dari 32 bagian tubuh, maka dia bisa melatih kasina. Dari kasina dia bisa mendapatkan 8 pencerapan. Jadi 8 tingkatan jana.
You can also practice asubha meditation by seeing those 32 parts, or one of 32 parts, or some of 32 parts. You can practice asubha meditation. You should pay attention as a disgusting thing, instead of paying attention like a kala. So as a disgusting thing, you should pay attention. By paying attention as a 32 parts, as a disgusting things, it is asubha practice. Asubha practice is similar to practicing like a dukkha, characteristic of dukkha. So in this case, no ultimate reality. But to remove defilements, to remove lust, so you can also pay attention in this way. It is also called Kāyānupassanā. Even Anapana practitioner, so in the Visuddhimagga, allowed to practice Asubha meditation from time to time. to reduce or remove attachment or lust. So because of this, you can learn these 32 parts. You may recite from time to time. You may try to reflect or see those 32 parts as a disgusting things. It will be beneficial. Next one you can practice is 4-element meditation. After seeing 32 parts, you can reflect as a 4 element on 32 body parts. So other elements, water element, fire element, and the wind element. So those elements will appear in your mind quickly because of concentration of 32 body parts. So if so, from the 4 elements, you can go to all rupas, 28 rupas. Then you can go to nama, which is taking a rupa as an object. Then you can go to cause and effect. After that, you can contemplate as nature, dukkha, anatta, by seeing a rising and perishing of those nama, rupa, cause and effect. If so, it is become the way to go to vipassana, to go to nibbana. So after practicing 32 parts, so you can go to 3 road, kasina, asubha, and 4 elements. So 32 parts is the gate of 3 ways. So we will move the next one. This is finished. Next one is Dhātumanasikārapabbaṁ. Manasikara is paying attention, keeping it in mind. Dhatu is as an element. So what are elements? Paṭhāvi dhātu, earth element. Āpō dhātu, water element. Tejō dhātu, fire element. Vāyo dhātu, wind element. You need to pay attention as these 4 elements. So in that paragraph, yatha thittam, according to existing, yatha panihittam, according to the body which you keep. So if you are standing in body. So if you are sitting in body. If you are lying down body. So instead of thinking as a me or mine, you should think as a element. Other element, water element, fire element, wind element. You should think in this way. So this practicing also, we use this practice if someone have difficulties with Anapana. So because of this, we may explain a bit detail. So about how we should discern, how we should practice. Number 1 is other elements. There are 6 characteristics of the element. So water dhātu. There are 2 characteristics of water element. Tejō dhātu. 2 characteristics of fire element. Vāyo dhātu. 2 characteristics of a wind element. If we say all together, 12 characteristics we need to learn. So number 1 is other element. There are 6 characteristics. So you should keep your mind on your body. After that, trying to understand 6 characteristics. So what are they? Hard and soft, hardness and softness. It can be known by body and by mind. You may press your body, so a kind of solid. You may say it is soft, or you may say it is hard. For example, compared to workers, maybe it is soft. Compared to child, it is hard. So a kind of solid. People may understand in 2 ways. It is soft, it is hard. So you're trying to think, you're trying to understand, maybe by body or maybe by mind. It is okay. So you may start from the obvious place, then you should trying to see or trying to understand the whole body. So, but about the hardness, you should not do too much. Some people will be very hard like a stone. So for a short time, it is no problem. But if it is a long time, once close eye, body is like a stone. So difficult to be patient. So because of this hardness, you may not do too much. Another thing is, especially for the head. So head seem to be easy to be hard. So because of this, just a head, you should not do so long. So if you understand, you can move another one. Another one is heavy and light, or heavy and light. So if there is a body, you're trying to lift up. By body also okay, or by knowledge, you're trying to lift up. If there is something, there is a weight. You may say it is a light, or you may say it is a heavy. So a kind of way, so people may understand in 2 ways, lightness and heaviness. You may start from the obvious place. For example, maybe back side, below side, you may feel heaviness. After that, trying to understand heaviness. In the same way, you may raise up your hand or your finger. So it is a light. You're trying to feel that. After that, you're trying to understand the whole body. If a heaviness and lightness appear in your mind, so it is okay about that. Next one, gross and soft. Gross and smooth. If you rub your body, you may say it is a gross, or you may say it is smooth. So people may understand in 2 ways. So you may start from the obvious place and trying to understand the whole body. So you should do Gananga, hardness, softness, being gross and smooth, heaviness and lightness. So you should do a Gananga. These are 6 characteristics of other elements. So next one is water element. There are 2 characteristics of water element: flowing and cohesion. So flowing is making wet or oneness or being wet. So if you put water on the tissue, so the water will separate, make a tissue wet. So in the same way, we have to drink water from time to time. So that water will spread the whole body, make our body wet, not like a dry fish, dry meat, little bit wet. So in some body parts, there are a lot of water, like a saliva or urine or blood. So it is flowing more wet. So you're trying to discern like a saliva first. So trying to understand oneness or flowing. So after that, you're trying to understand the whole body. So next characteristics is cohesion. Cohesion is stickiness. Stick. Like mud. If only earth, you cannot make a statue. You put water, so it becomes sticky. So you can do statue like a human. So in the same way, in the rice, in the raw rice, you put water, you cook. So when the water go into the rice becomes sticky. So if you want to make a statue with the rice, it is also possible to do. So because of stickiness. So because of stickiness, our body have a form, hand form, head form, like that. Like a form, because they stick together. So not just earth, together with the water. So you're trying to do that. You're trying to understand that stickiness. So it will appear in your mind. So two characteristics, flowing or oneness, cohesion or stickiness. This water element is known by mind, only known by mind. You cannot touch. By touching, you cannot know. So how you can know is by understanding and by knowledge. Next one is fire element. There are two characteristics of a fire element. Cold and hot. So this is one temperature, but you may understand in two ways, cold and hot. So it can be known by body also, by mind also. So you're trying to feel coldness from somewhere, then you're trying to understand the whole body. In the same way, hot or being hot. So you're trying to understand from the obvious place, after that, trying to understand the whole body. I think about this, it is an easy one, easy to know for most of meditators. Next one is a wind element. So there are two characteristics, supporting and pushing. So it is also the same nature, just one thing, understanding in two ways, like that. If just enough, so it is a supporting. So if you put a strong wind, so it is a pushing. So we sit in this way is supporting. We put a wind in the flesh or sinews, so our body rise up. So it is supporting. If we move, like speaking, walking, shaking a hand, blinking an eye, chewing food, swallowing food, so keeping the food in the stomach, it is supporting. Then pushing into the toilet. So These are done by wind. So there are two characteristics supporting and pushing. So it is a kind of energy. So wind is this is a bala, power or energy. If someone is strong wind can put in the body, so he has energy. So to give us some information, earth and water is earth and water are friends. So they are not opposite. In the same way, wind and fire are friends. So usually they work together. Earth and wind is opposite. In the same way, fire and water is opposite. So when we rise up our body, when we move our body, it is more wind we produce, more wind heat, more heat. If we get down our body, like sitting and leaning, so if so, it is producing a lot of earth and water, less wind we are using. Because of this, if we are weak, if there is less wind, we may lie down. So we don't need to produce much wind. So you can be understand in this way. So altogether 12 characteristics. You may see one by one. So there are some rules. Not to, when you do that, not to be so slow, not to be so fast. So according to your knowledge, you should do, not to pull your mind and not to push your mind. So if so, you may not be tired. So if the mind want to go faster, if you pull, or if the mind is slow, if you wish to, if you want to push, so you will be tired easily. Because of this, you should do, not to be so slow, not to be so fast. According to your energy and knowledge, you should do. So some of characteristics, if it is not clear, you can skip. You can skip. Like you teach children ABCD, or some child may not be able to recite some word. But anyway, you have to skip. Go ahead. If you stay only there, so students will suffer. So you teach accordingly. After that, you go next one. So because of this, some of characteristics, if it is not clear, you may give some amount of time, then go ahead. So another one is you should keep your mind on the body always. Once you keep your mind on the body, you may know some characteristics, easy ones. By staying on the easy one, you're trying to understand the new ones. Later, you will know all 12 characteristics. So in the same way, if possible, you're trying to understand the whole body. So sometimes you may do part by part, but you need to go the whole body. Sometimes you may be able to see the whole body just one time, at one time. So if possible, you may try to understand, trying to see the whole body. If not possible. Maybe because of you are weak. So if so, you may stay in one path by understanding characteristics. So this meditation is, the object of this meditation is the whole body. You can pay attention any body parts. So it is a bigger object. You can practice anytime and think quite easily. So the result, good feeling, I think you can get easily with this meditation. But cannot produce jhana like anapana. But after practicing in these 4 elements, when you have light, you can go to 32 parts. From there, you can go to kasinas. At that time, you can get a kind of jhana. So later will be the same. So you should avoid some sensitive place. For example, heart area. You should not do specifically in the heart area. So in general, as the whole body you can do. So it is a lot of shaking and sensitive. Another thing is the head. For the head, shaking also, hardness also. So can be extreme. So you should not do specifically. You should not do long time. As a general, you can do. So by practicing regularly, later you may be able to do faster and faster. Finally, you may be able to do like at the same time, or within 1 minute, you may be able to do about 2 or 3 rounds. So then you may be able to do like at the same times. So you should try to do the whole body. So later you may see this body as a smoke, as a white color, like an ice block, or sometimes like a mirror or glasses. So the light will appear quickly, will last like 1 hour, 1 hour 30 minutes, 2 hours may last. So at that time, if you want to get a jhana, you may try to see 32 parts. Then you should go to kasina, get a kind of jhana. If you want to practice just pure vipassana, you may try to see akasa dhatu, space element. At that time, body will break down into small pieces, like a dust, another sun. So from there, your mind can go everywhere. So can discern other materialities, 28 materialities. Then you can go to nama mentality. You can go to cause and effect. You can go to rising and perishing, contemplate as a nature dukkha anatta. Okay, we should stop here. So sharing merit. Repeat after me. Idam me punyam nibbanasa ajayo hodu mama punya bhagam sava sadanam bhajemi te sabe me samam punya bhagam lavantu sadhu sadhu sadhu